Okay, on video 11 here, I'm going to tell you what little I know about concealed carry, which isn't much. There's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, I'm not real enthused about having concealed carry anyway. Number two, I live in the People's Republic of Los Angeles County here, and they just don't issue concealed carry permits to citizens here, so it's not an issue as far as I'm concerned. I can't get one, end of story. What they do issue here is, I bought this for $12.95. It's How to Own a Gun and Stay Out of Jail by John Matzinger. The gun shops around here sell it along with your weapon, you know, if you buy it. It's 188 pages long. It tells you all the laws you need to know and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a bunch of them. I read about 2/3 of the way through it. It's not real exciting. It's not what you call a page turner by any means, but it is stuff you have to know. Okay, so with that, I'm going to get right into the heart of the matter here. Now, concealed carry. The first thing about concealed carry, it's not what everybody thinks it is. You know, you watch TV, you go to the movies, you see all the stuff there. Concealed carry is a big, huge responsibility. First of all, you have a responsibility to get properly trained as best you can. You have a responsibility to get properly licensed. And you have a responsibility not only to utilize concealed carry to defend yourself if you need to, you also bear a responsibility towards your fellow citizens to defend them if you ever have to. And you also have to know what the laws are, and you have to know something about law. And if something ever comes down where you do have to shoot somebody, you have to, you better have a certain amount of money put aside to hire an attorney, because you're probably more than likely you're going to need one. And there's also the possibility of lawsuits and stuff like that. And you know, if you have to shoot somebody out on the street here and the police get there and they don't like the way things look, they're just as likely to shoot you too. So that's some of the things you have to consider and be aware of with concealed carry. Now, I might be able to get all this on one. I don't know. I'm going to try. So we'll start out right here. The first thing is about concealed carry. There's a lot of real bad information out there. Okay, the first thing is there's a lot of leather holsters out there like this one here, which aren't worth much in my opinion. The weapon doesn't stay in there quite right. Sometimes it'll fall out, sometimes it holds them in like that. It's not that easy to get them out. They're not perfect fits. They're leather holsters. They are nice. You know, there's a lot of other things out there. This is the only holster you ever want to carry a Glock 21 in. It's polymer of some kind. It's Blade Tech, BLADET. ECH is a specific brand of it. It's made in the USA. It's all polymer. It's got tensioning screws right here, which you can tighten or loosen to hold your weapon in tighter or looser as needed. When you put your weapon in this, it clicks into place like that. It locks into place. In fact, there's a notch here. It holds it securely. It's not going to fall out. There's no strap on top of it like you see with a lot of holsters. There's none of this stuff. So you're not going to have to worry about that. And it comes out also real easy when you need it to. It goes right in there. So this is the only holster to have as far as I'm concerned. There's other things here available too. Now, for law enforcement and military types, you'll probably carry extra magazines. This is a magazine pouch. As a citizen, if you live in some place where you can get concealed carry, you're not, I wouldn't think you're going to get involved in a gunfight. If you are, you probably need to look for some other place to live. So, as a citizen, you probably won't carry extra magazines. The type belts that these carry on, now, this is a web belt. These look fancy, they're nice, but they're pretty much worthless. What they do is, the problem with these, they go around your waist and they cinch into place. But what happens is, you have the holster here and you're taking 4-day handgun course and you go to draw your weapon out of the holster. This thing rides up like that and it's difficult to keep in place. So these things are totally, completely worthless. The only type belt to have is about 1.5 inches wide leather belt. There's a lot of gun shops in the NRA that sell these gun belts. They sell for $50 to $75 or whatever. They're real nice, real thick, high quality leather belts, and they go through your belt loops, and they'll hold your holster and your weapon in place where it won't ride up as much when you go to draw it. So having one of these is the best policy. That's not an issue. Now, I want to address a couple of other things here with concealed carry too. Now, if you've grown up watching television and the movies and stuff like that, there's a lot of things out there that aren't accurate depictions of what it's like to have concealed carry. In fact, a lot of things are garbage and they'll get you killed. Having a big hand cannon in a shoulder holster here, that's one of them. Having an ankle holster here, that's another one. Ankle holsters are totally worthless. I mean, how are you going to get to your weapon if you need it in a hurry? You know, women carrying guns in purses, you know, you're fumbling through your purse with all your other garbage when you need your weapon. What good is that? You know, men carrying their weapons in their briefcase, you know. I mean, things like that. Fanny packs. Fanny packs are probably okay if you don't need anything else, but I mean, there's a lot of other ways to carry a weapon out there. Most of them are totally, completely worthless. They just aren't any good at all. I'm going to show you here the only way I consider worthy to carry a weapon at all, if I can do this in a reasonable amount of time here. This goes through here. This goes through here. As I said, I don't know much about concealed carry. I'm not real proficient at it because if you carry here in the People's Republic of LA County, you do 20 to life. So I'm not interested in doing 20 to life at 63 years of age. See, this thing goes through here, more or less. Yeah, I'm running about 8 minutes here. I'm going to have to go into video 2 here, I think. This thing goes here like this. Okay, now you've got it into place. Now you've got everything right here like this. Maybe there'd be something a little better up there. Maybe you'd have it a little further back here or something. So you've got it there like that. Your shirt goes over it like this. If you, here in California anyway, if you wear your shirt like this untucked, nobody's going to think anything about it. If you throw, this represents a sport coat. It's just a jacket I have, but if you throw a sport coat over it or a real lightweight jacket or something like that, nobody is ever going to notice you're carrying a Glock 21 and two extra magazines. See, it's not readily visible or noticeable, except maybe to trained people and law enforcement might notice it, you know, or you might not get any attention at all. So I'm 9 minutes and about 18 seconds into this, so I'm going to cut this short and kind of continue it on the next video.